Hey, welcome back to the show. Today we're doing a viewer's recipe. It's going to be really cool. It sounded good. It's kind of cool outside, and I love stews, soups, and chilies during the winter. Just amazing. And I saw this viewer's recipe. So this year, I'm going to try and do more and more viewers' recipes. So if you have a family recipe you want me to do, I'm going to try and load them in as much as possible. Don't worry, we're still doing playing with your food, and I'm going to try and get Aunt Myrna's recipes back in this year. There's so many series going on here at the show. But if you want to submit a recipe, do me a favor. Go to Google Plus Community. I have a community there where you can submit recipes in any category: desserts, soups and salads, that kind of stuff. And or is it main dishes? And I don't know. Anyway, go to the Google Plus Community link down below and just look on the right side. There's spots to put your recipes, and I'll take a look at them. And if I choose your recipe, I will do it on the show. This one's from Andy, and Andy calls this Sunday stew. So that's what we're calling it, Sunday stew. It asks for oil. I'm using instead of just olive oil, this is a canola olive oil blend, kind of cool. Got some garlic, minced garlic. Got my all-purpose flour I keep in this container, keeps it nice and dry. Got beef stock. Got thyme, onion, carrot, tomato paste, red wine, cooking wine. I always think Merlot is a good cooking wine. This is a wine that I get at Trader Joe's for $1.99. I use it for cooking. It's even a good drinking Merlot, but I don't drink Merlot. And it's called $2 Chuck. You guys probably know about it. Anyway, it's $1.99. It's great for the kitchen, for cooking. Potatoes, salt and pepper, stew meat. Let's get this thing started. Okay, first thing you always do when you're going to be using the oven, preheat the oven to 325. I'm going to do that right now. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my meat and salt and pepper it. You can buy it like this. You can make your own. Kind of mix it up a little bit. Get it all over. Okay. And yes, I know you guys probably hate me using a towel for this process, but once it's all, I'm going to pat dry it. I have a lot of towels I use in the kitchen. I wash them every time I use them, and basically I use it for these reasons. These are my kitchen towels, not for my hands, but for working with food and stuff. And they get sanitized. So try it out. I'm serious. It's better than paper towels sticking to stuff when you're trying to pat dry something so that you can get it coated. All right, then you're going to put it in here. I'm doing the lazy man's version. Probably want to do it, one at a time, but I'm just gonna toss it because I ain't got time. I got a kid getting out of school soon. Oh yeah, he'll be out in 50 minutes. Okay, we're gonna heat up a little bit of oil. All right, as you guys probably guessed, we're going to brown these first. So, okay, time to take the meat out now. Throw a little more oil in there. And the carrots and your onions, or your onions and your carrots, however you put it in. I put it in onions first, doesn't really matter. And get those to soften up. Okay, now when it looks like the onions and the carrots have softened up, you're gonna take your garlic, throw your garlic in there. And for about 30 seconds, you're just gonna mix it in and kind of saute it in there. Just for about 30 seconds. Just to get the garlic popping, and then we're gonna add more. All right, next thing we're gonna add is to add the tomato paste. And this is where we get the brown goodness off the bottom. Mix that in. And then you're going to scrape the bottom for all the good brown bits. Use a silicone tipped tongs or spatula or whatever you're using. Try not to scrape up your cookware. Okay, now it's time to add the meat back in. There you go. Then you're going to add in the thyme. Give that a few seconds to burst open with flavor and get all sauteed in the mix. I'd lower your flame just a little bit so you don't burn what you got. And now you're going to put in beef stock. You're only going to do enough to put a level over the meat. You want all the meat to be submerged. It's probably going to be this whole thing, but let's see. All the meat covered. That should be enough right there. Hang on. Let me see. So we got the level up. We just need one more thing. Top it off with a little bit more salt and pepper. Some salt. I like a lot of black pepper, so do it to your liking. Give it a good mix, get it all in there. Now we're gonna let this come to a simmer, then we're gonna pop it in the oven. So let's get that to a simmer first. Now that it's come to a simmer, we're gonna turn the flame off, put the lid on. This is what a Dutch oven's great for. There we go. We're gonna place this in the oven down below for 2 hours. There we go. Been in for 2 hours. Let's take a look. Ooh, wow. Wow, the level dropped a lot. Huh. Wow, I don't know what the rest of my family's gonna eat. This doesn't look like a lot. All right, so let's get it in there. Remember, this is Andy's recipe, not mine. Okay, so then it says to put the potatoes in. So we're gonna put the potatoes in next. This is probably where you get more food out of the dish. So we're gonna put the potatoes in, and then we're going to, it says to cook for another hour or so until the potatoes are done. So let me mix them all in. Then we're gonna let the potatoes cook. So you're gonna probably wanna check on it. I'm gonna check on this throughout the hour, because I don't think it's gonna take an hour to get those potatoes cooked, but it might. So let's put this back in now in the oven for another 60 minutes. All right, it's been in for 2 hours, and then we threw the potatoes in, and I went another, what did I do, another 45 minutes? Another 45 minutes. Let's see if the potatoes are ready. Ready? 1, 2, voila. Look at that. Try the potatoes. Oh, they're perfect. Look, they kind of split, but they don't fall apart. Here we go. Wow, that is piping hot. The meat looks done. You know how I am. You know how things are always piping hot and I can't wait? Well, alright, it's cooling. There's still steam billowing off it. Let's try a piece of meat and a carrot. Oh my god. Oh, it's hot. Wow. That carrot burnt my mouth. It's a good carrot though. Alright, it was worth it, but wow, that hurt. I don't know why I just don't wait. I have a pause on the camera. It's so good. Wow, the wine is way in there. It's way good. You can taste like the coating when we browned the meat. It was so good. I probably the next time will add more vegetables, less potatoes. Excuse me. But Andy nails this one. Thank you, Andy. This is called Sunday Stew. There's so many ways you can go with this, but I wanted to keep it true to his. So, you want to submit, go to Google Plus Community, submit your recipes. I will see you on the next episode. Take care. It asks for oil. I'm doing a canola. Canola? Yeah, take 3. And check this out, a new product. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. I didn't know they had these. I'm such an idiot. But they are slow cooker liners. And from Reynolds, I don't know if anybody else makes them, it allows you to line your crock pot. Oh, this isn't for that. This is for the other recipe. I'm an idiot. Ugh. We're doing this in a Dutch oven. Dang it. All right, take two.